Valentine Holmes kicks us off. And away we go as they boot the ball down in the first carry for the match, the boy from New Zealand. And it is Mitch Barnett who carries him past the 10. Payne Haas, away he goes, finds Cleary. 20 metres away, volleyballs it over the top, Edwards. Here's Stephen Crichton, 15 away. Go! Stephen Crichton, Lomax! Woo! Zach Lomax plants the ball down. 12 metres away, New South Wales. Cleary, straight away, Moses.
Oh, great
He goes Latrell Mitchell. Brian To'o gets Blues 2. What a try. Latrell Mitchell with a pass. Brian To'o with the try. The Blues knocking on the door for try number 3. Cleary. Cleary to Edwards. Edwards to Lomax. Woo! Lomax is having a ball. New South Wales pick up 3. It's 14-0 with a kick to come. The Blues are flying. Queensland 6, up they come. Lomax got the ball back. He puts it back away. Still the last. Watson taken down. Click the master back. Yeah! A miracle pass from Connor Watson to Edwards. And that'll be all she wrote. New South Wales are taking home game 1 in the State of Origin. What a great tune, Brian. Who sings that?
Icehouse.
Icehouse, Electric Blue. It was Electric Blue. 18 points to 6 in the end. But it was just so dominant. It was so dominant. 4 tries to 1. We had trouble with the boot, but it did not matter. Hyundai Preface, you can visit your participating Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai are also proud partners of the New South Wales Blues men's and women's team. 18 points to 6. Payne Haas, who hadn't trained for all the lead up for this game, picks up the man of the match, Brian.
Yeah, he was dynamite in that first half. So was his mate Mitch Barnett. They just couldn't contain us through the middle.
No.
The referee did have us back about, at one stage I counted 13 metres.
Wow.
So he was keeping the distance between the two, because a lot of people saying, I didn't have that origin sort of wrestle and getting into each other. Well, the softening up period didn't allow it because he had them so far back to each other. I noticed that in the second half he sort of must have had a bit of a word. Who's our man? Graham Endersley?
Yep.
Is he our referee?
Yeah. Case closed.
And in the second half, but Payne Haas, dominant game for him.
So Dr. Nathan Gibbs said it's usually a 2 to 3 week injury, or we may say a 1 to 3 week injury here on the run home with Joel and Fletch, but he backed up 10 days later. Huge performance. It was a quad strain that he had the concern of with their loss to the Dragons. Now, they have quite a short turnaround again. Would he play this week?
He played against Manly? I wouldn't think so.
No.
You want to let him rest.
Yep.
His front row partner was pretty good too. I thought he was great. No, I'm talking about Paddy Carrigan.
Oh, okay. He's Broncos partner.
Yeah,
he was very good.
He was good.
All the front rowers were good. Tino was good. Mitch Barnett was good. Spencer off the bench was good.
Like, I was just thinking, because we got so many quick play the balls, and this was the game plan, but if we had like a running, like a Damien Cook hooker, I know Robbo ran a few times, but there was heaps of yards to be taken up. But that was the way they designed to play, because they kept getting to Munster. I think Munster missed about 5 or 6 tackles.
I can't believe that you would swap Jamal Fogarty for DCE, Brian. Like, I don't know why you're going down that path. Look, to be fair, and they were sort of saying after the game, Channel 9, that Father Time, it could beat all of them. I'm not going to sell out on Daly Cherry Evans just now, because I don't think no matter who played halfback in that team, they were just on the back foot.
On the back foot the whole time.
Yep.
You could see what they were trying to do. Like, the numbers were down for their back rowers, Cotter and NANAI, but they didn't get a chance to coming out of trouble.
Yep.
They just kept shifting it, trying to go around us. And Latrell was just too good. And on the other side, Crichton, far out. He reads it so well.
So athletic, just the whole team, just so balanced, so athletic. Stephen Crichton, by the way, had an injury cloud coming into the game. They've got the bye, so that won't concern Coach Serrato this weekend anyway. Doesn't Zach Lomax? Zach Lomax needs to write a big fat check to Shane Flanagan, who has changed his career. If he doesn't put him to the wing, we never see him playing an Origin game, let alone just about getting man of the match in more than one game.
Yeah. He was, I had him as my man of the match.
Close, so Zach, close. Could have been, easy. 2
tries, 200-odd metres, safe under the ball. This try saver tackle. I thought he had done enough. But
it was involvement with the Edwards try.
Yes.
So he got it, flicked it out the back. Watson picks it up.
But I can see why people are saying, was it just a glorified NRL game? I don't know. I think it's because we were so dominant and there wasn't that getting off the line and whacking each other.
Queensland could win 100 games in a row and Origin be flying.
if New South Wales won for too long, wouldn't be good for the game, would it? Why is that?
You know, the big brother, little brother, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
The underdog.
Yep.
They'll be a different team. Harry looked out of nick.
Yeah, that's right.
He only played that. He played 40 minutes in that comeback game for Melbourne, so he was out for an extended period. He'll be better for the run.
Yep.
I don't know whether they'll go Dearden. I think they'll give Daly one more shot.
That's kind of the Queensland way that they would do that. He did look better. Like I thought when he came on
At 9?
But their only threat to me, the only time I thought, we're in trouble here, NANAI.
Yeah.
He played well, didn't he?
Yeah, he was up and about. They just need an offload. This is where I feel that they might get a Corey Horsburgh. Just someone who's
Who would you bring him in for?
Well, maybe Mo.
And then push Lindsay to start?
Just to have something a little bit different. We know he's got good footwork. I mean, I don't really care, actually.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I don't really care.
What would...
but if I was a Queenslander, they need more second phase play.
So you reckon Mo Fodawaker could be in danger. What would the Burger say if Billy Slater asked him?
Out wide?
No, he said, if you got a Mo, let him go.
Oh, yeah, that's right. If you got a Mo, let him go. What's the other one?
He ripped into the defence. He had no opportunity with the ball. If they're out wide, let him slide, Brian.
No,
That's what we did.
It was a game where we just completely dominated them.
Yeah, completely.
From the opening whistle, wasn't it?
There was about 5 minutes where they just started to get over the top of us, and then that was
in the second half, in the first
half. First half.
Yeah, but then when they got down the line, they had nothing.
Yeah,
just had we defended them quite easily.
See that horse there, Brian? Not the elephant. That's over there in that room.
Yeah.
But the horse over there. Yeah. See how high it is?
Yeah.
I'm about to climb onto it.
Okay.
Why? Why is it so hard? And I get so agitated and frustrated.
You do 14-8.
Yeah.
You're going 14-8 when they get the penalty?
You've scored one try in the whole match, right? So every point you scored, you had the Xavier Coates situation where they got the penalty at half-time. There's 2 of your points. The other try was when you were rucking it out. Latrell Mitchell drops it. They just shuffle it out off Bobby TOIA and they score. They're your only points for the game. There's 12 minutes to go. You trail 14 points to 6. You've got 2 points to give yourself a fluker's hope to get a converted try in the last 12 minutes. You've scored 1 try in 68 minutes. You've not looked like scoring.
Yep.
And then you don't take the 2. Why is it so hard, Brian, for people to understand that was such a logical thing to do?
Yeah, there was 9 minutes to go, if I'm correct.
Why?
I don't know. This is a question.
It's so dumb.
Billy Slater. But they're all Queenslanders. You got to understand that.
It kills me, though. And I reckon 80% of the coaches in the rugby league would do that. And it's so dumb.
Maybe it's not the coaches. Maybe it's the players.
It's the players. You're right. You're right. They just get on with it. But surely you've got to tell them that scenario, don't you? Like, it is so obvious. It agitates me. That and buy points. Can't understand it. Do you know what? Just on buy points, if you think that's stupid, and I don't want to hijack the Origin chat, AFL have 4 points for winning. Why? Why do you get 4 points for winning?
Chewing up Kane Corns?
Yeah, it's so dumb. Why don't you have 1,000 points for winning?
He's at it again. He's at it again.
What's he done?
So he's brought this in. This is his hate list. I think SEN.
Oh.
Did we post this?
Right.
SEN posted this. So this is what he's done here. Kane's countdown. Overrated things in sport. Overrated things in sport. What do you reckon number 1 is?
When did this drop, by the way?
Yesterday.
Okay, so he's bruising off Origin
20 hours ago.
He's so predictable. Okay, Origin's going to be in there, right?
Yep. State of Origin. Then his second one is the Brownlow red carpet.
What number 1's Origin?
Number 1 is Origin.
Oh, at Origin time.
Yeah.
So, Kane, you may as well go and hold out those horse signs at the Melbourne Cup. That's exactly what they do.
Oh, yes, I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
So there's Peter.
Yep.
He doesn't like the Brownlow red carpet.
Right.
I mean, I've never seen it, but I've seen photos.
Yeah.
I think that would be quite enjoyable.
Keep going, Kane.
Mad Monday dress-ups.
Yeah.
Doesn't like it.
No.
Yeah, I like it. I feel that Gatorade showers. He said no more of that.
No. Oh,
when you win a premiership or a flag, as you like to say down there.
That'd be fun at Kane's house, wouldn't it?
He doesn't like tennis on TV.
Really? What about the comedic acts at the end of the game, Brian? Does he like that?
No, he doesn't like that. Number 8, ice baths. Not my go. Overrated. Overrated. Maybe I tell him about the times 9 dopamine.
Yeah. So he's still not mentioned his own sport at this stage?
Not yet. Compression boots.
Right.
Doesn't like him.
No.
Oh, this got me.
What does he like? He's got a list of what he actually likes.
No, he doesn't. But this broke my heart. No, it didn't break my heart. It got me fired up. Number 10 on this countdown of the worst Boxing Day test.
What?
Like, that is like sacrilege.
Oh,
Blasphemy.
does he like Fletch and the other guy?
I'll tell you who he doesn't like. Number 11, overrated, Cam Green. Doesn't like the object.
No.
No.
Right.
12, this is where I agree, Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
13, you're going to like this, hates cyclists.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you. You're back in.
What
Kane,
about this
you're out.
one? 14, the SCG, overrated.
Yeah, of course, that was
And
it.
number 15,
Harbour Bridge.
Sydney to Hobart.
No.
No, but the Yarra Valley, the Yarra, what was it? Yarra River.
It's grouse.
So he has bruised on the back of our
So number
Origin.
one was Origin, and he just happened to say it on the day of Origin.
Correct.
Yeah, right.
Look, if anything, he's quite clever.
Fletch and the other bloke. 1300 01 1170 is the way to have your say or text. 0457 736 736. Let's get back to this big game. Just on the Xavier Coates, I've not seen the replay, but I've got to say, and we were doing the Blues bias call, so we should have a lean towards saying it's no try. I actually felt like it was right, the call on Coates. What did you think?
Yeah,
you get to see
definitely. Yeah. So he grabbed him mid-air. You can't do it.
Yeah, before he's even had an attempt at the ball. I actually thought we were quite lucky not to concede a penalty try.
Well, if he didn't drop it, if he, in the sense that
If he caught it clean.
if he caught it clean and then dropped it,
Yeah.
I feel they would have taken that into consideration. But they shouldn't have, because he was up high enough.
Yeah.
I just feel that because he sort of didn't catch it the first go, but
But you could argue that he didn't catch it the first go because he was impeded by To'o.
he was good too.
To'o?
No,
Xavier Coates?
Xavier.
Yeah. Bobby TOIA was great.
yeah, Bobby TOIA didn't look out of place, but
That was huge, actually. When you think about it, his 10th or 11th first grade game, full stop. That was pretty huge.
Hudson Young, they couldn't tackle him either.
No.
Spiders.
Yep.
No, it was an all-round great performance. So well done to New South Wales. But we know that they'll go back and over in Perth. It's going to be tough for them.
So everyone fully fit. You
Better
expect
side.
very minimal changes.
I think they'll bring Horsburgh in.
Yep.
What about the chat of DCE, Dearden, Munster at fullback? How do you think Kalen went?
You know what?
He didn't get a chance in good ball because they went down there.
Again, he was on the back foot, but he must be starting to get a bit paranoid, Kalen. He's not played in many teams with points this year, has he? I'm not saying it's his fault, but he leaves Newcastle for the week, and then they score all those points. Yes, against a reserve grade Penrith side, but then his side scored one try, and that was a bit sort of how you going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Billy would do that.
Oh, he's desperate.
I know, but I mean seriously, like Munster to fullback. When was the
No.
last? He hasn't played that for 6 years.
Yeah, but that was the chat. How do you get Dearden into the game?
Well, you need to get Dearden into the game. You do.
Don't know whether he's ready for a 7 job yet.
What about
Don't think he's going to be a.
Munster 13? No.
Yeah. Don't know. I like what you're doing this, but let's just gloat.
Let's just gloat.
Let's just sit here and say 3-0, 3-0, 3-0.
What do you got, Brian, on that text board?
Okay, we've got here, if Queensland lose game 2, is Billy Slater's head on the chopping board?
No.
That's from the King Cumber Eagle.
No. Jump on the left side there, Brian.
Boys, what about calling the Rat and Sats after the night before Origin? They called Brandy because he called them dickheads. Rooster man. Gents, there's a new nickname for one Queenslander. Val is anybody Holmes. Critter making him look like a fish out of water. Queensland have only scored 1 try when New South Wales have 13 players on the field in the last 4 games. Good stat. Crowd was the reason Queensland was so disappointing last night. I was at the ground, dead silent after the first hit up. They left early with 10 to go. Where's your Queensland spirit now? That's from Damien the Putter Pest.
Yeah, Brooksy sent that through. I got this sent from a few people, actually, and the crap stat, me tourist.
Crap stat.
Yeah, so here we go. This is a random stats guy. 8 of the last 10 tries that Queensland have scored in Origin have come when New South Wales had 12 players on the field. I'll tell you another crap stat. Apparently there's been 4 State of Origins played on May the 28th.
May the 28th, 4, yes.
And New South Wales have won all of them at Suncorp Stadium.
Oh,
That's a crap stat.
That's a good one. Here we go. They're turning on each other. I love this. You Queenslanders, you were so solid. Where's your Queensland spirit? We pick and stick. Well, Warren said, "G'day, boys. I'm a proud Queenslander. But I must admit, I think it's time for DCE to hang up the boots and bring in Jamal Fogarty. Let's do it."
But you know what? He could handle it. He's a great player. He's a great player, Brian. What else we got?
Bit of a bugger last night. Fair bit of Queenslander blood about. We'll get him next time. That's Hillstorm Hillary. Yeah, you're quite.
Yippee-yi-yay, Hillstorm.
Yippee-yi-yi. I don't want to go off too early, but
mate, we've got a game in Sydney up our sleeve. We've got to go to Perth. We are in the box seat. Box seat.
During the COVID stuff, that's when Munster went berserk. I don't think having Latrell in Munster was just brilliant. That was 21 or 20?
Yep.
Whatever it was, the COVID year where he went berserk. So they would have definitely won that. I know he dropped Cody there. That was at the game up in Brisbane. Then he dropped Latrell. Don't know. It's a long time ago, though.
Yeah, it's
like
so
7
hard.
years ago.
So hard. The disappointing, I think, the only downside about New South Wales winning so dominantly, we didn't get to see the Bellamy blow up in the box.
Yeah. But to answer your question, Randy, I also feel that there was a stat that I read today saying that this is the first time in Origin history for New South Wales we had minimum of 100 games. Everyone had played 100 games.
Did we?
Yeah. So which is up until this point.
Yes.
So maybe we're just more mature now. We've just got this bunch of. They're not young, you know.
Who would you say is our least experienced player? It's a pretty good question, that. Hard to answer, isn't it?
100. I would say Connor Watson.
Yeah, Watson or Lenu, maybe.
Don't know. Can you do that for a semi?
But you're right. Like, obviously, they had Bobby Toia, who I thought was really good. Do you think it was good, Randy?
Yeah, it actually was pretty good. Also, you got to give a shout out to Lomax and coming back from injury. He hasn't played much. He got in there.
Just on that, Randy, I'll tell you the change I reckon they have to make. And
who? Us?
No, Queensland is Coates is a natural left centre, a left winger. I'd be putting him on Lomax.
Well, that's what I was thinking last night. I know you can. I know you're looking to score a try, and they were very close.
Yeah.
But don't forget, you know, Zach did score 2.
Yep.
Albeit, I don't know whether if Coates was there, he would be able to save it. But it was him, the fact getting the ball without no one competing for it.
That's
that
right.
last try, the Dylan Edwards try, was Zachy Lomax.
Yep. You can almost defend NANAI on the wing. I'm joking when I say that, but geez, he can jump, can't he?
NANAI, yeah.
Every time the ball went up, that number 12 was scurrying through. Good on you, Randy. 1300 01 1170. Let's get into a bit more State of Origin, shall we?
Oh, hang on. We've got the song. This is the song. Is this Stephen Crichton singing it? Oh, geez. Oh, they've added this. Yeah, get it off. Get it off.
Oh, he's a VB man. That's
We're not
why.
drinking that shit. It's all
I
about
actually
VB.
don't mind the song. I don't mind it.
What? Hear ya.
Can I hear ya? Oh, what else are you going to do?
Running down the sideline. I'll sing that for you in the ad break.
Righto.
Or would I be able to sing it on the podcast?
Yeah.
It's a Dean Pay song.
So why did they drop off on that?
Oh, yeah. Once you hear the lyrics.
Oh, you'll know why. Has it been cancelled, has it?
It's been taken from different. It's an old song, running down the sideline with in my hand.
Yeah.
I'm a mean mother. I'm a New South Wales man. But a lot of people pick it up. It's come from Dean Pay. Must have sung it at his junior club,
right?
And he came up with the song, and it's a beauty because everyone gets into it, and it's quite rude.
Yeah, okay.
But I'll sing it in the ad break.
Okay,
and I'll also
rude.
tell the Jessica Biel story.
Okay, perfect.
Before the Jessica Biel story, 108 appearances for Spencer Lenu.
Yep. 108?
108, 120 for Zach Lomax, so it is Spencer.
Oh, Lomax still quite, that surprised you. Hello to you, Scotty Sattler.
No, Matt Rogers here. Oh, here we go.
Edwards to Steve Crichton. Crichton for the corner. There's Lomax, and there's the first try of Origin 2025. They just ran out of troops, Queensland, and in the end, it was Zach Lomax who scored in the corner. Now Cleary to the line, out back to Moses. Here's Latrell, Toll for the corner, and there's the second try for New South Wales. Cleary out the back to Edwards. Lomax for the corner try. Zach Lomax gets his second, and just before half-time,
What was the hammer doing there?
what the hammer did for New South Wales. He keeps it alive out the back to Watson, and Watson throws it out the back to Edwards, who scores the try. That's going to seal it for New South Wales. They just kept it alive, and Queensland once again just ran out of troops.
Sattler's there standing by. G'day, Scott.
Great montage there, tourists. Putting that together. Oh, so sad.
Where do you want to start with your disappointment? What was the most disappointing thing for being a person born in New South Wales that supports Queensland?
I can be happy both ways. What was most disappointing? First 5 minutes, we just got shot out of the blocks. I mean, they just come out hard. You guys just come out really hard and fun. I can't believe how big New South Wales are. I went down on the sideline. It's just a massive, massive side.
Bruce.
Yeah. That was a semi-Bruce.
It wasn't a Bruce at all.
Yeah. So if you went down, knocked on the door, would they let you in the Queensland dressing room?
I don't know. I wouldn't have a clue. I wouldn't do it.
Why?
Well, because I'm not a Brucer like Rogers.
So there has been a lot of talk about Daly Cherry Evans getting Dearden in there. I mean, Dearden was pretty good coming off at 9. I wouldn't expect they're going to drop your captain.
Well, no, I don't think they will either. I mean, he was poor. I think he's the first person to admit that he was poor. But there's probably a chance to bring Harry Grant off the bench when you look at his record as a starting hooker for Queensland. None from 4, and then has won plenty off the bench. So maybe you start Dearden and bring Harry off the bench. I don't mind that as well. But I think they'll give Daly every chance to keep playing just due to what he's given the jersey previously. But he'd be the first to admit, along with Munster and a few of them, that they didn't have their greatest games.
No, I thought Tino was very good for you. And NANAI.
He was great, NANAI.
Yeah.
Robert TOIA. He was outstanding.
Oh, Bobby TOIA.
He doesn't look out of place. I just think the Ruben Cotter on an edge. I don't think
I found that baffling, Fletch and Sugar. Yeah, I found it just a small. I see why they want to do it. You just have like a fourth sort of front row that just tackles everything. But when you've got two guys for New South Wales that are just jamming in, like just going direct at the whole time and just being really physical, you probably have to have someone on that other side, like a Beau Firm or like a Vinny Fuiaki, like a.
What about a Jaden Sewer?
Jaden Sewer is another one. Brendan Piakura. So they've got some guys there. They've got some speed, size, and aggression. So I mean, you wouldn't get rid of Ruben Cotter. You put him at 13, I think, and just let him tackle everything.
And put Paddy up
front
row.
Yeah.
I don't mind that either, Sats. How was the vibe, by the way? I know you're a Queenslander. I'm not trying to be facetious. Very quiet, was it?
It was really quiet, other than when the teams ran out. And then when Spencer Leniu came on and everyone said, oh, here we go. Does Queensland get a chance to just have a shot straight at Spencer Leniu, and they changed the kickoff. Everyone just sort of went, what are you doing? Why are you changing the kickoff for? So it was very quiet. It's as ashamed as I am to say it. It's the first time I've ever seen Queensland fans leaving Suncorp with 15 minutes to go.
No, but you're Queenslanders.
I know. Hey,
and you get Origin.
I know. I tell you what.
Spirit.
Just as the team kicked off, the 4 reserves from each team, as soon as the game starts, I'll go for a bit of a jog up and down the sideline.
Yes.
Spencer Leniu and Connor Watson and co, they got up off the bench, Maxi King, and they ran towards the southwestern corner just to warm up as the ball's already just been kicked off, and Spencer Leniu just ripped into the Queensland crowd. Just ripped into them.
Like what? What's he doing?
Mate, he shoved, I don't know, he didn't put his finger up, but he shoved his fist up at him. He was yelling at them, and that whole corner just erupted.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we need. We need that sort of gear.
100%.
Yeah, it was pretty
100%.
good.
I'm hoping the NRL, they say to New South Wales Rugby League, they say Spencer Leniu must not be on a media ban.
Yep. No.
Because I feel that the journos would get something out of him.
Yep.
And then off we go.
Even Ashley Klein was trying to rev it up. He was threatening to send off a water boy. Yep. Eddie Farrell, who was coming on with the water, I think he kicked the ball over the dead ball line, didn't he, Sets?
He did. There was a ball there ready to go for a scrum for Queensland feed, and he just kicked it over the dead ball line. So he was actually good last night for New South Wales. Actually, Calvin Klein, he was outstanding.
Oh yeah. Because we'll bag at him because he always gives you blokes a leg up, but I have to give him a rap.
Oh, you like him now?
He gave us a massive leg up. Massive leg up.
Yeah.
Hey, Sats.
Yeah.
Did you think of me? 14 points to 6, penalty kick.
Bruce.
Yes.
You did?
Yes, I did.
Why didn't they?
Well, I just thought. During the call, I said, would you go for the kick? Andrew McCulloch said, no, you've got to go for the try because if it's 14-12, let the scoreboard put the pressure on. And maybe 6 points is still enough to. But I was with you. I was sending you a message subliminally. Yeah. But we were getting.
Sorry, just go back to that word. What?
Subliminally. Subliminally. It's a lifetime of free colonoscopy. Colonoscopy.
Yeah. What about your little? What about your little 5'8"? Where's he today?
Oh, who knows? Hey, I saw him down on the field at Suncorp yesterday. He's doing one of his corporate gigs, getting his cashies.
Yeah.
And it was him and Darius Boyd. Darius Boyd, beautifully dressed, tucked in business shirt and, like a brown sweater over his shoulders, a maroon sweater and nice chinos and nice shoes. Rat he looked like he should have had a skateboard under his arm.
Oh.
And a beanie on.
He's been rocking the Nikes, hasn't he? The high-top basketball shoes lately.
Yeah, he's got a set of, what do they call, Air Jordans or whatever.
Yeah.
I hope he gets mugged for them. Yeah.
What about the audacity, the hide, the gall, the temerity, Sattler of my counterpart here, right?
Yeah.
He says he very rarely comes in himself on a Thursday and he goes, where's Rat today?
Yeah, I
know.
Yes, but hang on here.
Yeah. What are you doing
here
there
on
today?
Thursday.
What are you doing there today?
I've got to make up my shows.
Has Jez been India, has he?
Yeah. Heavy. And the other thing too, I've just been given a tip.
Yep.
Chances are you're about to lose. So this is for you, Gibbsy, because you gave me one. I'm going to give one to you. Pakenham, race 4, Animal.
Pakenham,
race 4, number 1, Animal.
Nice.
Jamie Mott. Sorry, not Jamie Bott. It's short, but they're saying it should win.
Boys, I've got a tip for you, which could give you a shout. Admittedly, Blues are big favourites tonight, right?
Yep.
So this is genuinely chances are you're about to lose. For free confidential support, visit gamblinghelponline.org.au. There's a number 11 for the Queensland side, right? Sienna Lohipo, right? Sienna Lohipo just gets through a truckload of work. And if they win the game, she's going to have numbers that'll put herself in the frame. If it's a tight game, she's 100 to 1 to be the player of the match. I'm just saying.
100 to 1?
She's 100 to 1
really?
or around that 100 to 1 mark, maybe 90 to 1, something like that. She's a huge prize for a starting back rower. Yes, they're big outsiders, the Queenslanders, but she's going to punch out big numbers. So, Sienna Lohipo, do as you please, gentlemen. I'm tipping her for player of the match.
The Maroons are paying $5.10.
Yep.
Yeah. What's the start? Is it 14, 15? What's the start?
About that. Yeah.
Oh,
you know, the worrying thing is, right, why it worries me is you saw it with Tottenham. So Tottenham win the league with the serial winner, Ange Postecoglou, celebrate, get beat next game. Yeah. Liverpool wrap up the the Premier League. Get rolled. It's hard. It's hard when you've climbed the mountain. Queensland can win this.
Yeah. Subliminally.
Yeah. Colonoscopy.
Subliminally.
Yes, chance say you're about to lose. Free confidential support. Visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.
Now, Sats, I'm about to do Wacky Team. Can I get a nomination from you? It's places or towns or suburbs in New South Wales. Example, our lock forward is Angela Mount White. Have you got anything? I mean, you do know New South Wales because you are from Camperdown.
I've got Osama Bin Laden.
You've read that off the text board.
Thanks, Canara Cowboy.
Oh, yeah. Hey, speaking of the text board, you know, the best part about the Maroons call, the Blues call, the neutral call, is we all share the same text board. So the listeners are jumping between calls. Sledge. That was good fun, wasn't it, Sats?
No, ours is a different number for SENQ.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So we're giving your number and you're getting our text messages, but you were sending the listeners to our text message, and we were getting they were just hammering us. Well, Lundy was just relentless.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, well, Sats, I want you to stay for this because this is the team. This is Wacky Team. Go, Sugar. Tourist. All right.
Bonnie Blue Mountains get a start or not?
Yes, does she get a start?
This is a story of about. Okay, your fullbacks, Halle Berry. Your wingers are Penny Illawong and Miranda Kerr.
Oh, yeah. Miranda.
Your centres are Thread Bo Jackson and Fresh Prince of Bella Vista. Your halves, Annie Lennox Head and Olivia Newtown John. Your front row is Alan Bondi and the Liverpool King.
Yes.
Your hooker is Maitland Jenner.
That's the best.
That's the best. I don't mind this one. This is in front. The back row is Gunda Guy Pearce and Bonnie Blue Mountains, and of course Angela Mount White.
Oh,
she's going to lock up the rear of the scrum, amongst other things.
That's outstanding.
But the winner today, I was Are you impressed?
The
as
pumpkin
me?
picker.
Maitland Jenner.
Yeah.
I find that very,
That's
very
the
good.
best. That's very good.
Who are they tourists? Where's you find that out? So that's what's on tonight. What do you get up to tonight?
Oh, I'm just a lone soldier on Thursday night. So we've got the Yasu Greek King, Braith and Asta coming on. You got anything on
yes.
Braith, boys?
Oh.
Braith, have I got anything on? I do, but it's not for
that's the
public.
thing. He's got this clean image. He's beautiful teeth.
Oh, he's a heavy
brown.
dirtbag.
Oh, he's
one of
a
the great
massive
dirtbags.
Is he really?
One of the great
Oh,
dirtbags
one
of
of
the world.
Great
Is he?
dirtbags. Yeah.
What have you got for him? Ask him how he's going with Gordon in the hot seat with him. I'm intrigued to know that.
You like that combo?
I do like that combo.
Yeah, I like that combo. Good fellas.
I
Good
do
fellas.
like that combo. Sometimes Gordon's just a fraction of a second off. And the joke's over his head, and then he chimes in, but it's already done. He's got to work on that, Gordy. Just work on that a little bit.
Okay, well, have fun with that, Sats. We'll be listening on the way home, and we look forward to Origin 2 already you just desperately need a win. At New South Wales, just keep winning everything, Brian, don't we?
Oh, you're a 9-ball. See ya.
We're still Queenslanders.
Yeah, we are still Queenslanders.
Yeah, still Queenslanders. Good on you, Sats.
See ya, legends.
See ya,
There
man.
he is. Dragons of the Knights, Brian.
Oh, what was that? We were waiting for a sting.
Dragons. No, it was just the power of the paws.
Okay, power of the paws. Let's have a look. Dragons v Knights. It all depends. Is Gallen? I wonder if the Knights are thinking, you know what, Gallen, have a spell.
Yep.
Just have a spell.
Honestly, I keep thinking about this. I'd be playing Fletcher Sharp on the wing.
No.
Brian, you need points. And people underestimate how big the wing position is.
I understand that, but you've got to also have someone inside able to create the points.
Yeah, but is
said
Fletcher
winger.
Sharp, is he stifling there? I know he can run the ball and he's strong there. And he's not
one.
No, at 6.
No, at 6.
Do you get more value out of him playing him on the wing with some strike on the wing? He was scoring a heap of tries when he was on the wing.
If he comes in, he's going to
he's a
have
fullback, right? I think he's a fullback. Do you agree with that?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I know you want to get all your best players in the team and you got Ponga there at fullback, but is it costing you just throwing him there at 6?
Well, there's reports coming out that after round 15, Dom Young will be at the Newcastle Knights.
Gotcha.
And Dom Young, you know, you can obviously, a lot of people are saying sometimes rocks or diamonds, but he is a try scorer. Up there, he was a try scorer.
Yep.
He's got to have his hands on the ball, Fletcher Sharp. So whether that's at 1 or 6, I'm leaving him at 6 if Kalen's fit.
Okay, you're leaving him there for the time being. Dragons take on the Knights. Now, Nathan Lawson, is set to make his National Rugby League debut. Who is Nathan Lawson? Well, Nathan Lawson is a 2-time Olympian. He went to Tokyo and Paris for the Rugby Sevens. He also attended this school.
I'm an old boy of the school.
Oh, did he?
And my son is also an old boy.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think this is Lawson's dad, by the way.
Okay, so Lawson's part of Newington.
Yeah, he's an old boy of the school, Brian.
All right.
Christian Tuipulotu comes back into the side, so show me the money. He's back into the side. He had that niggling hamstring concern, and Flano also confirmed Val Holmes will back up after Origin 1. So there's one in the 70% as we hope. What do we have in a fur? And Carlin Ponga is expected to back up too for Origin 1. So there we go. Fletcher Sharp will go back in the halves with Tyson Gamble, Brian.
Do you think maybe Shane Flanagan might, this is what I'd do if I was a coach. I'd go, hey, Jaden Sewer, I've just been on the phone. Billy Slater's just called me.
Yeah.
And said, mate, they're looking at you. You need a big game.
100%.
And just use him up.
Yeah, I would too.
Would you use
Yeah. I'm sure how many tricks have coaches done with regards to that?
Well, you're lying.
Yep.
Lying.
Well, but I remember one day we were getting coached in the lower grades, and this coach said to me, he goes, mate, no, it wasn't lower grades, it was David Wade. He said, I'm watching only you in the second half, only you. And about 7 or 8 blokes told me the same thing. Yeah. So every move I went, I'm thinking, David Wade's watching me. But anyway, you've got to be clever.
Yeah, you do it clever. I think Jaden Sewer may come in because he's an out-and-out back rower. I know they tried the Ruben Cotto experiment.
So you'd push NANAI to the other side, would you?
I'd have him left side, like he's playing for the Cowboys. Jaden Sewer. And I'd have Kurt Mann at 13.
Yeah, I like that.
Kurt Mann, well, they've got to try something different. They've got to try someone with a bit of ball-playing ability.
Their kicking game was, I know there's pressure,
but
their kicking game was ordinary.
The balls were too slow, way too slow.
Why was Munster doing all the kicking?
I think that because Daly was on the right side. Maybe he just got caught out of position.
Munster did, I reckon he did 70% of the kicks. Would you say that? It felt like
I'll say 67. I'll say 67.
Titans in the Storm, Brian, Seabus Stadium. They don't like the wet, the Melbourne Storm.
Hate it.
Dry track, they're 4-0, averaging over 50 points. Greasy conditions or night time, they've won 2, lost 4. Rain anticipated on the Gold Coast. I'm tipping an upset if there's rain. There's rain.
Not for me.
Okay.
3 p.m, Saturday, Seabus Stadium, Storm.
Harold, does he play?
Harold, it'd be up to him.
Because he hasn't played a lot of footy.
He'd want to get back out there. Erase the nightmare that was SUNCORP Stadium. Slaughter.
Okay, Lofi Khan Pereira set to play game 50. He's got 47 tries. He's been parked on 47 for a couple of weeks. Bit of a mini drought there for Khan Pereira. 47 for 49 games. De Groot goes back to fullback. Brimson 5'8", Campbell halfback. 4 into the bench. Tino in doubt for the clash with that eye concern. Verrills to play dummy half. So good-looking spine. I think
we say this every week. Sure.
I think the Titans can win this game.
Sure, we say this every week. We go, look at this team. Have a look at this side. They can't win without Tino. Tino needs to play.
Yeah, he needs to play. I agree with that. Would he have come off for concussion under ordinarily?
They looked at it. I saw them replaying it, but you just got split.
Okay, all right. 20 years ago, the West Tigers and the Cowboys met in a grand final. Benji Marshall was in that team. Todd Payton was in that team. This time around, they go head-to-head at QCB Stadium in Townsville. Cowboys, to confirm their 4 Origin stars, will back up. So that's the anticipated tip. John Bateman takes on his former club, which that was a little bit spicy. West Tigers unaffected by Origin. Heath Mason comes in for Lockie Galvin. Now, I'm kind of guessing here. So Heath Mason's named to play in the halves. I'm kind of guessing if, as Gibbo would say, Benji's into ducks and drapes.
Yeah.
Could Appy go to halfback and Talon De Silva start?
No.
And have Luai and Appy in the halves?
No, I'm hearing Heath Mason wants a crack at 6.
Really?
My mail is he went up to, as soon as Galvin was out the door,
yeah,
he went up to Benji and says, mate, I want first crack.
You're not G'ing up?
Not G'ing up.
Oh, right. Okay. All right.
Not G'ing up.
Coach is going to back him by the sounds of it then. Galvin distraction's gone for the West Tigers. 148 points were scored in the fixture last season, the 2 fixtures, that is. 148 points. It was raining points.
That wasn't the one where that was the year before, wasn't it? Brooksy was there. Remember they won 60-0?
And then they reversed it.
And then it went 70-0.
I know. Crazy, isn't it? Cowboys won their past 3 home games against the Tigers. Appy Coruscant have a point to prove against Reece Robson.
Yep. Definitely.
Seagulls and the Broncos, 4 Pines Park. No Tommy Turbo, but they keep their Tommy quota up with Tommy Talau coming into the side. Fortress, not so much the last 3 games anyway. They have lost their past 3 games at 4 Pines Park. No Jake, no Tom. Jazz Tavanga starts at lock in game number 150, the Bald Eagle. And Lee Hopewadi, he's the one they've chosen to go back to fullback. So they haven't sent back Kohler. They have sent back Lee Hopewadi.
Yeah, no, I like that. They're going to, obviously, they're going to lose a fair bit in attack with no Tommy there, but Lehigh, as he has proven, is more than capable of slotting into that fullback role.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's their up front. When they get beat, their forwards just get dominated.
Yep.
So they've got to fix that out. And one of their better ones has been Ethan Bullymore.
He's been very good.
They've got to take that leaf out, that leaf of a front rower type. Solid, but real quick.
Yep.
Good feet late at the line. I think that a lot of them are a bit cumbersome at the moment for the Seagulls.
Yeah, Broncos haven't seen Brookvale Oval since 2014. Naturally, Manly have given up a lot of their home games in recent times to play up there at Suncorp Stadium against the Broncos. Selwyn Cobbo moves from fullback, so who goes to fullback?
Jesse, paint your pictures about how it's going.
What do you think about that, Fletch? Jesse Arthur's to fullback.
I don't like it if you're on him for top try scorer.
Oh, I know. So that's a concern. But you never know. Come on, Jesse, find a few tries. Pap's got the lead at the moment. Rabbitohs take on the Warriors at Accor Stadium. The Rabbitohs have won 8 of their past 9 in this fixture. They love taking on the Warriors. Kind of feel like legitimacy is the word in this game. The winner of this, who's legitimate out of the Rabbitohs and the Warriors? The Warriors do welcome back with open arms James Fisher-Harris. He's back from suspension. And big matchup here. 2 kids who have jumped out of the ground. Jamie Humphries taking on Lukey Metcalf, who's on top of the Dally M leaderboard heading into round 13 of the National Rugby League. The Road Warriors, well, they've won 5 of their 6 games on the road, not including the Vegas game, of course, Fletch.
Yeah, you were just sort of waiting for the Warriors to get that to get the wobbles, but I don't think so this year. I'm on the Warriors here, but in saying that, I got 1 out of 5.
I know. I'm just looking at my tips now. Who tipping out of the Dragons Knights?
Dragons.
Okay. Yep.
What do you got?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just going through it now. So let's just mop up before we finish off this preview.
By the way, can I just say that El Jano is delicious. So what I've done is I've mixed the garlic and the chili in a separate bowl, and I've added some little exquisite little soy sauce and chili flakes. I've got double chili, and I've just been dipping that bastard all day.
You're a real condiments man, aren't you?
Heavy
condiments.
Heavy condiments. That's why when I have food, if I get a takeaway, I need bold flavours. That's why Thai and Chinese is high on my list.
I tell you what I love, and I've never ever seen this. I know it's a simple thing. Boiled egg can be quite bland, but what you do to it, you turn that from a 4 out of 10 into a 9 out of 10. It's a sexy beast.
I have my way with those boiled eggs.
You do.
Pop up. Do you like it? Are you a boiled egg man? Yeah, he likes it.
Have we got him in today? Can you make pop up one today?
I could make pop up one.
Yeah.
Will you eat one of my boiled eggs?
Oh, they're
Pop-up?
great. They are to die for. There's something about the
I don't
boiled
think
egg.
Pop-Up can talk. He just nods.
He just won the meat tray.
He might be a
Carnival.
one of those, like a mimer.
Have you seen the Liver King doco yet?
Yes.
Oh, you did say you have seen it? Yeah. Oh, okay. Have you seen the Tylenol murderers yet?
No, we discussed this yesterday. Do you not remember this?
No, I know, but you've had time today to catch up on it.
Today, I was busy. Real busy. Doing some busy stuff.
Okay. All right. Let's go. So Titans of the Storm, you're tipping the Melbourne Storm.
Yes.
Cowboys and the West Tigers.
I've gone Cows, Broncos.
Broncos. Okay, let's go to this one. Rabbitohs and the Warriors.
I think I've gone the Bunnies.
Bunnies.
What have you gone?
Oh.
You're a hater. of the rabbit.
In the next break, I'm going to consolidate it all and go through it. Panthers take on the Eels. Now, Christian Nicolucci has tweeted, Moses' calf. So the Blues medicos also confirmed Mitch Moses pulled up tight in the calf, but nothing serious. He doesn't play until Sunday. But it is the Panthers taking on the Eels. Whose house? It's at CommBank Stadium, both their home grounds for 2025. Eels fullback Isaiah Yongi to play his former team, and of course Blaze Talangi to take on his former team.
Have the Panthers won a game as the home team at CommBank this year? Did someone tell me that? Have the Panthers won CommBank as the home team?
We'll have a look at that. I think they snuck home ugly for one of the games. The Roosters?
No, that was at Allianz.
That was at Allianz?
The Cowboys, they drew. Yeah, they haven't
They haven't
won.
yet won at their
not
new
won.
home ground,
No.
CommBank Stadium.
Fortress is not what it is.
Okay.
Of course, Magic
Oh,
Round.
okay, right. There you go. So that is been problematic for them. CommBank Stadium, Roosters and the Raiders at Allianz. This will close off round 13. Both teams coming off massive wins in round 12. Now, Brian, the Melbourne Storm took on the Sharks, and the Melbourne Storm had the bye. They could see the bye. They lost the game. Then the Sharks took on the Roosters. The Sharks had the bye. They could see the bye. They lost the game. Roosters, is this contagious? They take on the Raiders. They've got the bye coming up.
Yeah, this is what happens in rugby league. We get onto a weird stat and we try and stick to it. Last year it was, the team coming off the bye are undefeated. Yeah, cannot get beat. And now you're making this your own little narrative.
Okay, one thing I do like is I hate teams back-to-back on the road. Canberra twice this year have done it. They went up to Townsville early in the year, back-to-back on the road, ordinary. They got beaten. Then later on in the year, they went up to the Gold Coast, back-to-back on the road, were down 16-0. They played ordinary. They're back-to-back on the road again. They've had a big game in New Zealand.
Big game.
Then they come back up to Sydney. It's hard.
I've gone the Chooks.
I've gone the Chooks. Well done, too, to Josh Papali'i to equal Jason Croker, not our man Tootsie Croker, Jason Croker, for the most games played for the Raiders, 318. Danny Levi named on the bench for his first action in 2025 because no Tom Starling.
Nope. Big out.
Is Danny Levi a sneaky chance to pop up somewhere else, Brian?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because you've got Starling who's re-signed. You've got Nick Nack Paddywhack who they're loving.
Yeah. You mean this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Brayley's next year.
But Brayley's next year. But I'm saying you're kind of sitting there. There's no real through road for you.
South Sydney?
South Sydney, maybe, yeah.
They're still, I think they're still a month out. The Cheese and the Mamazoulis.
Yep.
But then I suppose they're going to come back.
I kind of feel like he puts himself in the shop front window, and maybe Danny Levi is off somewhere for the end.
Well, the only thing is Reed Marnie's too. Reed Marnie can go now.
Yeah. So I wonder if they.
Who would you take? Would you take, if you're a team, would you want Reed Marnie or Danny Levi? I'm going Reed.
Oh, I'd take Reed. No, I'm more thinking about, look, would the Dogs pounce on Levi if Marnie left? Because they'd get a bit of change out of Marnie, I'd say. Talk out of SUNCORP Stadium. Michael Chammas, again with the article, Sydney Morning Herald. NRL to remove Meninga from Ashes series with Fittler, Smith and Walters in the frame. Talk out of SUNCORP Stadium Wednesday night was Mal Meninga's announcement as the inaugural coach of the Perth Bears was imminent. Pending an agreement on the contract value, this column, not this masthead, this column, has been told that the NRL does not want Meninga to coach Australia at the end of the season Ashes series in England, instead wanting him to focus on building the Bears roster for their 2027 debut. The Bears can't sign a player until November 1. That's the same date as the second test against England at SEN Stadium, a new 53,000-seat ground in Liverpool. Mal Meninga, by the way, was on the throwdown with Jimmy Smith early today. Here's what the Kangaroos' current coach had to say.
Have you signed on as inaugural coach of the Perth Bears?
No, I haven't. I haven't. And that doesn't mean to say I don't want to coach and don't want to be part of the growth of rugby league in WA. So what I can tell you is that we're having conversations around it all, but nothing's eventuated yet. It's a great opportunity to fulfill a passion and to finish off on a legacy piece. So I mean, I am interested, but there's a lot of rumours going around at the moment that that aren't true.
One door closes, another will open. So if Mal Meninga is to close the door on the Kangaroos' job and opens it up for the Bears' job, who should walk through that door there at the Kangaroos, Brian? Names in the mix: ex-Kangaroos captain Cameron Smith, Broncos coach Kevin Walters, Blues coach former Blues coach Brad Fittler, former Maroons coach. I'm talking about with Kevy. Thoughts?
My thoughts are, let's do it like the old days. Whoever wins the Origin series gets the job.
Yeah, I like that.
Laurie, or Billy.
Yeah, I love it. Why not?
Why not? Laurie's got to do 6 week. It's a 6-week gig.
Why not?
And then whoever wins the series gets to coach the.
Love that. I absolutely love that.
Wouldn't it be good if Laurie and Billy?
Oh, you couldn't do that, could you?
If not, give it to Fred. Freddie's ready.
Yeah.
He coached the Prime Minister's 11. He's coached the girls. Has he coached the girls?
Could you give it to Cameron Smith, or is that?
Of course you could.
You could?
Of course you could.
Yeah.
We were going to coach them yesterday. You had me and you coaching.
A mate of mine said, mate, if we were coaching, it'd be me and you. And I said, mate, I'm not really coaching the New South Wales side. Clayton from Bremer, hello to you. 1300 01 1170. Other news around the National Rugby League before we go to a break. Sharky fans, turn off the wireless now if you're listening through the app or the wireless. Yeah, your pop-up Pete's one of those fans. Tom Hazelton looking at a long stint on the sidelines, Brian. They're looking at 3 months, they're hearing. A collarbone concern. The Goulburn prop, he can find a try for a front row. 11 tries for 51 games. So there you go, Brian. And by the way...
Sternum, did you say?
Collarbone.
Collarbone.
Okay. Yep, Gallagher bone. There's another one. Eels activate team option on Josh Adokar for 2026. I think he's playing good footy at the moment,
really
the Fox.
Good.
3 tries shy of reaching 150 for his career. Only 17 players have ever done that. 150-plus tries in premiership history.
You're still here? We'll see more on the Joel and Fletch socials and catch us live on SEN Radio. Because if you don't, you're an A grade. But if you do, you're the absolute Mickey.